Hello everyone! Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be ranking SpongeBob Season 1 episodes because I'm bored. I have nothing else to do, and that's what I'm doing. And yeah, that's right. I'm ranking every single episode from Help Wanted all the way over to Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 2. So, yes, I'm going to be using these categories to rank them. So the categories are funny, interesting, beginning, middle, and end. And basically, there's going to be these numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to choose what I rate, how funny it is, how interesting it is, beginning, middle, and the end. And basically, whatever a number, and then that whatever numbers I circle, that is the number. All those numbers added up is the number that I'm giving that episode. I'm using that to rank it, basically. So let's do this. This is just my opinion. I don't know. Whatever. All right. So for number 41 in last place with 12 points is Reef Blower. Now, I'll give this episode credit. I think, they're machines. They're not machines. Their equipment was broken. Their sound equipment was broken. They couldn't record voices. And this was the only text that popped up. It was pretty boring. Basically, what it was there was like a shell on SpongeBob's front lawn. He wanted to get it with a reef blower, but he made a complete mess. So let's move on to the next one. At number 40, I know, SB129 with 15 total points. So I know this episode is very popular. There's many memes, I guess, from this episode, but honestly, it never really grabbed my attention. And basically, what it is Squidward didn't want to go jellyfishing with SpongeBob and Patrick. He got trapped in a freezer. He went into the future somehow, and then went into a time machine, and then he was going all over the place until he got back home. It honestly, there weren't any good funny jokes in my opinion. I don't know. Then at number 39 with 16 total points is Fun. Now, even though the Fun song is very iconic, and I bet you would even know the lyrics to it, I really never thought that there were any good funny jokes in that episode. And basically, if you don't know what happened, basically SpongeBob wanted to hang out, or maybe it was the other way around. Plankton wanted to hang out with SpongeBob so he could steal the formula, but Plankton actually ended up liking to be with SpongeBob. And later on, he did steal the formula. Then, number 38, Plankton. Just Plankton, with 17 total points. This episode, Plankton got into SpongeBob's head to get a Krabby Patty to see the ingredients, but of course it didn't work. And honestly, there weren't that many good jokes in here either. I mean, I just thought the record player was funny. Don't ask me. I don't know. Anyway, number 37, Rip Pants with 17 total points. Now, Rip Pants, I didn't care for this one as much. There weren't that many things that interested me. The song was pretty cool, and the beginning was pretty cool, where SpongeBob was using sand to be funny with Sandy, and I kind of like the guy with the cheeseburger and SpongeBob. That was the one part where he ripped his pants that I thought it was funny. I don't know. But number 36 with 17 total points is Neptune's spatula. Basically, SpongeBob pulled the spatula out of a bucket of grease that only a true fry cook could do, and SpongeBob did it. King Neptune didn't believe it, and they had a competition. It was a whole thing, and he got mad at Patrick and turned him like that, as you can see. I don't really know. And I think King Neptune really just made the episode not really very enjoyable. It was kind of boring with King Neptune, in my opinion. So, moving on for the next one, number 35, Muscle Bob Buff Pants with 17 total points. Now, Muscle Bob Buff Pants, it wasn't interesting. It wasn't funny. I mean, there weren't any good jokes, but it was enjoyable to watch a little bit. It did get a little bit boring towards the end though. So let's move on to number 34, Nature Pants with 17 total points. Now, I really liked the beginning where SpongeBob threw a fire. What do you call those? Fire extinguisher? Yeah, I think. At the stove, and then the fireman running in saying "wee woo, wee woo," and after that point, it died off for me. Wasn't interested in it anymore. Basically, SpongeBob wanted to live with the jellyfish and give up his whole entire life for the jellyfish. Then number 33, I was a teenage Gary. Now with a total of 17 points. Now, if not for the Squidward saying, "Could you please stop leaving your undergarments on my front lawn?" I would probably put this even more closer to last place. I don't know why my sense of humor has gone way down after watching all these SpongeBob episodes. Well, maybe it's gone up. It's something happened to it. I I like that. I thought it was funny. That was it. Basically, SpongeBob. No, Squidward's supposed to take care of Gary. He didn't. Gary had to take snail plasma, but Squidward injected it into SpongeBob on accident. He turned into a snail, and then somehow Squidward turned into a snail. It was a whole thing. Then number 32, with 17 total points, Sleepy Time. Basically, this episode, SpongeBob was jumping in everybody's dreams, which I think is a very cool concept. And they, in my opinion, could have done this better. They could have made a lot more funny jokes. It was kind of not really that funny. It was very interesting, though. It was very cool. And I liked when Patrick with the coin and when SpongeBob was the clarinet. Those were my favorite parts. Then 31, Hooky with a total of 18 points. I can't remember any funny jokes. I know there must have been some funny jokes, but I just thought it was a pretty goofy episode. It was enjoyable to watch, and basically, it was a cool concept. There's like fishermen above the water, and Mr. Krabs warns SpongeBob not to play with the hooks, or else he'll go up there and be caught. But Patrick didn't know that. He was stupid enough to tell SpongeBob it was a carnival, and it was a whole thing. Next, for number 30, the first ever episode of SpongeBob, Help Wanted, with a total of 18 points. Now, I think this was a very strong I said Spart, didn't I? Start for SpongeBob, with them really showing the characters well. Patrick is very supportive. Squidward doesn't like SpongeBob. Mr. Krabs likes money. And SpongeBob can literally do anything. And it was just a very great, strong start. There weren't that many jokes in it though, probably because they wanted to have the people have a feel of who was who and what was what, but I still like this one a lot. For number 29, Karate Choppers with 18 total points. Now, there was this one joke that I thought was funny, was when SpongeBob was getting distracted and he called Squidward ma'am, sir, boss, and poobah. I thought that was funny. Then he walked in on Mr. Krabs in the stall. I don't know. But basically, Sandy and SpongeBob were doing karate. Mr. Krabs didn't like it. And basically, SpongeBob almost got fired. But then Sandy and SpongeBob played karate again. Number 28, Boning School with 18 total points. Basically, SpongeBob has not passed his boating test yet. And basically, Patrick wanted to help by talking to a megaphone, and SpongeBob could hear it from the boat so he could pass the test. And then he realized he cheated right at the end and then messed up. And Patrick stayed at his house and did stupid things like read his diary, eat from the fridge, put on his pants. It was just goofy stuff. Number 27, Employee of the Month, with a total of 18 points. This episode really showcases how SpongeBob can make Squidward do something as stupid as being Employee of the Month when there's only 2 employees and SpongeBob wins it every year. I don't know. It's just stupid. A stupid thing that Mr. Krabs does to make them work harder, and Squidward got all tied into it and competed with SpongeBob. Then number 26, we have Pickles with a total of 18 points. Now, even though Pickles is the name of my channel, and I do like pickles, I guess, which subscribe, please, please. Anyway, I really think that the beginning was very, very strong. Squidward was very funny with the customers. I liked it, and but then after that, it kind of died off with when Bubble Bass, after he ate the Krabby Patty. After that point, it wasn't really funny anymore. But Squidward was very funny in the beginning. Then number 25, Valentine's Day, with a total of 18 points. Now, this episode is actually funny enough. The least aired SpongeBob episode, I think, ever. I'm not sure. Probably because it's Valentine's Day, and Valentine's Day usually starts at the beginning of February, and you can't really air it after that. And a lot of the holidays happen towards the end of the month. So, I think that this episode was a little bit funny. I Defy You, Heartman was definitely my favorite part. Then number 24, The Chaperone, with a total of 18 points. Basically, SpongeBob went to the dance with Pearl, and that was it. And he had his legs and they were going all crazy, and I liked the sound effects of that. That was my favorite part. Then number 23, with a total of 19 points, Sandy's Rocket. So basically, SpongeBob and Patrick went in Sandy's Rocket, thought they were on the moon, but really they circled around the moon, went back to Bikini Bottom, started trapping all of the fish in Bikini Bottom. And my favorite part was when they went in Squidward's house. I thought that was funny. Then number 22, with a total of 19 points, Squeaky Boots. Right off the rip, Mr. Krabs sings Happy Birthday to Pearl. That was funny. It really goes to show how much Mr. Krabs likes Pearl and wants to make her happy, even though he's cheap and doesn't want to give his money away for some good performers or something. But basically, he buys her boots for her birthday and gives it to SpongeBob. It drives Mr. Krabs insane, so he eats the boots. It's pretty interesting. Then number 21, Rock Bottom, with a total of 19 points. Pretty popular episode, but SpongeBob goes to Glove World, goes on a bus. The bus accidentally takes him to Rock Bottom, which has confusing people. Nothing makes sense. He can't get home until his balloon blows up a lot by this red guy, and he flies back to his house. Then, number 20, we're a little more than halfway done. Good. Mermaid Man Barnacle Boy 2, with a total of 19 points. This is the last episode of Season 1. And I didn't add a picture, did I? So I guess I'll just talk here. So basically, hold up. I did add a picture. Wait a minute. Oops. Sorry about that. I had to fix it. Here it is. Yeah, what a flattering picture. Anyway, basically, SpongeBob wins some shell where he can blow into it, makes like a fart noise. Then Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy come. I don't know. It's a goofy episode. Then number 19, Culture Shock, with a total of 19 points. Now, Culture Shock is an episode where Squidward hosts a talent show. Everyone gets on stage, they do something. And Squidward thought he was the best part, but everyone thought he was the worst part. But really, the best part was when SpongeBob was mopping. And everyone loved it. Number 18, with a total of 19 points, Fools in April. Now, Fools in April was an episode. It's just April Fool's Day, and SpongeBob likes to make jokes, but Squidward made a terrible joke. And honestly, a lot of people think it kind of dies off towards the end, but I think it's really funny the whole entire time. SpongeBob's jokes are really goofy, and I just like it when he put one ice cube instead of a couple. He showed where the spoons were instead of the forks. Just silly things like that. Then number 17, Jellyfish Jam, with a total of 19 points. Jellyfish Jam was a great episode. I really liked it. It showcased one of the most best songs in the world. The dan 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 dan. I love that. It was very good. Then right at the end, SpongeBob figures out how to get rid of the jellyfish. It was a really just cool episode. I liked it. Then number 16, Home Sweet Pineapple, with a total of 20 points. Now, I really like this episode. I think Patrick is my favorite part of this episode because of some of the jokes, like, would you really want to live there? To be like, yeah. And SpongeBob says, really? And Patrick's like, no. And I really like how Patrick gets dressed up to annoy Squidward. I think that's just funny. Then, next, we have Bubble Stand at number 15 with a total of 20 points. I just like how stupid having a bubble stand is, and how SpongeBob gets Squidward to finally blow a bubble, and with using the stupid technique that Squidward doesn't believe in, but it actually works. So for number 14, with a total of 21 points, we have Walking Small. Now, what I really like about this one is it shows a new relationship between Plankton and SpongeBob, where Plankton wants SpongeBob to do bad things to make the mega bucket on the beach, but SpongeBob actually just does good things and takes what Plankton says the opposite way. Like, for example, be assertive. SpongeBob takes it as be insertive and sticks his hand in some guy's pocket. Yeah, no, that sounds weird. All right, moving on. Number 13, jellyfishing, with a total of 21 points. This episode has many great jokes, such as firmly grasp it, when SpongeBob was licking his lips to play the clarinet, the soup, and how Squidward just keeps raking his bones while jellyfishing, and just because of jellyfish in general. For number 12, we have Pizza Delivery with a total of 21 points. Now, Pizza Delivery is an iconic episode where Mr. Krabs makes up pizza and has Squidward and SpongeBob drive in the middle of nowhere to deliver it, and they get lost. SpongeBob keeps talking about pioneers, and he sings a Krusty Krab song. It's stupid, and it's awesome. And then at number 11, we have Squidward the Unfriendly Ghost with a total of 21 points. My favorite joke from this was one watermelon fresh from the manure field. Basically, SpongeBob and Patrick ruin a statue of Squidward. They think it is Squidward. Squidward gets out of the shower, the real Squidward, and he's all got this white powder on. They think he's a ghost. And Squidward makes him do all these things for him. Then for number 10, we have Texas with a total of 21 points. And basically, SpongeBob and Patrick make fun of Texas so Sandy could stay, and they had a celebration at the Krusty Krab. It's funny how much they make fun of Texas. And if you live in Texas, sorry about that episode. All right, number 9, Suds with a total of 22 points. My favorite part about this episode is the relationship between Patrick and Sandy. How they both really like SpongeBob and they both really want to help, but they have different views of how they should help. Sandy's actually smart, Patrick is dumb, and Sandy says that she's faster than a barefoot jackrabbit on something, and then I forget. It's funny. It's funny. And SpongeBob's sick and he's got the suds. I like that one a lot. Then number 8, Scaredy Pants with a total of 22 points. Now, Scaredy Pants is a Halloween episode. In this episode, just one word to describe it is stupid. It's stupid, with the haunted mattress and them thinking they're pranking some guy at the door, and Mr. Krabs choking on an apple, Squidward and Sandy with the goldfish in the bowl. It is a funny episode. Then number 7, we have Arg with a total of 22 points. Now, basically, Mr. Krabs gets hooked onto a board game, and then he wants to do it in real life and find actual Flying Dutchman treasure. And Patrick and SpongeBob are being stupid with the Okie Dokie Captain and the East and West, looking at the map, and the 2 gold doubloons and the plastic. It's funny. It is really funny. Then number 6, Naughty Nautical Neighbors with a total of 22 points. So some popular things in this one is Solitude in E minor. And basically, Squidward ruins SpongeBob and Patrick's relationships by blowing bubbles with words inside, and when they would pop, the words would come out, and it was terrible things. And it broke their relationship, but then they got back together with like drinking soda and bubbles everywhere. It's funny. Then number 5, we have Tea at the Tree Dome with a total of 22 points. This one surprised me for how much I liked this. I didn't realize I liked it this much. This is the first episode introducing Sandy. I mean, look at Patrick on the rock. He's saying pinky up, and I just think that the pinky up is just hilarious, and I like that SpongeBob's trying to impress Sandy. Then at number 4, we have Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy with a total of 22 points. And, oh my goodness. Oh, my purse! It's so heavy! And Patrick taking it. That is my favorite part. I love it. It's too funny. And they try to get Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy to help them. It's just too funny. Then at number 3, we have Opposite Day with a total of 22 points. I'm Squidward, you're Squidward, he's Squidward, I'm Squidward. Is there any other Squidwards I should know about? And I completely forgot about this, but SpongeBob and Patrick thought it was Squidward's birthday at the beginning of the episode, and they celebrated it, and it wasn't even his birthday. Squidward basically just makes them think it's opposite day, so they be actually good while a real estate agent is looking at his house to sell it. But really, it backfires on him. Then at number 2, we have Hall Monitor with a total of 23 points. Basically, SpongeBob's Hall Monitor, he thinks he can do his Hall Monitor actions outside of school, which actually just does the opposite of what he wants and makes things terrible. And he wants to teach these two fish over here a lesson with their window open, and he's pretending to be an open window maniac. But really, he never tells them that he's just joking or something. And then he finally figures out that this maniac person that the police are looking for is himself. It's a whole thing. It's really funny. Now, for the number 1 top best SpongeBob episode in season 1, of course, is The Paper with a total of 23 points. Now, this one is attached to Valentine's Day, making it the least aired episode, I think, of all time. This episode is funny. The whole way through, it is funny. It doesn't deserve to be this funny. It's just a stupid episode about a paper, and SpongeBob's just having a fun time with the paper. Squidward's jealous. He sells everything he owns for the paper, and then he doesn't have a fun time with the paper. It is so stupid. Well, that's it. I am ready to be done with this video. Subscribe if you want. Bye-bye.